Hi guys, welcome back to the Star Wars figure review. Next we take a look at one of the characters from the Mandalorian TV show, most notably Season 2 of The Mandalorian, and the character in question is Koska Reeves, one of the other Mandalorians who fights alongside with Bo-Katan. Now of course, before we look at take a look at the figure properly, we'll take a look at the packaging that this one comes in. As you can see, it's the colour scheme of the Mandalorian, as noticed down there, and we do get the character name, along with a picture for the side mural that we get for Black Series there. A really good image of Koska Reeves in action as seen there. And on the back there we do get a better look at the image as seen there, and there's the usual description. You want to give the video a pause and read that, you can. I'll just get a bit closer so you can read that, and then you can see that there. So it's a good it's a good packaging once again that we usually get in regards to Mandalorian. As I said, the more orangey tone that Mandalorian figures do have on their Black Series packaging. So it's good to see some more of these be put out. So I'll just put that to the side now when it comes to it. So we look at the figure herself. And I've got to say, this is a good figure. It does really go well with the Bo-Katan action figure. That's something to be said already. Just go alongside it. Like, if you're trying to build sort of an army thing with Night Owls, with the Mando, and just the Clan Kreese, as we get in Episode 3 of Season 2, you can definitely get these two. These two just go well together. Or if you're doing like a full finale of Season 2 replication, so you've got Mando, Grogu, Fennec Shand, Moff Gideon, Cara Dune, and all of that, you can get these together, and even if you're going to do it with Luke Skywalker, you can do it with that as well. So it would look pretty good with the collection being out there. Because I've just got to wait for Fennec Shand to arrive, and then I've basically got all the figures from that scene in regards to it. But the whole sculpt towards Koska Reeves is really well done. It does feel partly reuse from Bo-Katan, because it is sort of the same build and physique of the character we need to have in regards to it there. But the main difference, of course, being the different design for the helmet and just the parts, just several of the smaller parts as well. The belt is also different as well. As you notice, there is only one holster this time, which is a bit unusual. I think I remember in the show she only had one as well, so it does feel a little unusual that she only has one holster when she has, just give me 1 second there, when she has two blasters. It just doesn't feel right that she only has one holster for them. So basically she's either permanently holding one of them or has one in the holster and just doesn't hold the other one. She doesn't seem to want to hold the one in her right hand very well, so I usually just have her sort of, as I had her earlier, sort of reaching into the holster to pick it up. So that's kind of what I have going on, just getting ready to draw it. When I have a post on the shelf like that, it just works well. So I'll just give you a quick look down at the helmet first. Really captured that well from the screen. The nice bits of weathering across the edge by the lenses there. Scratches all that across there. It's seen some battle damage. The rangefinder is of course movable and can be placed sort of in a forward looking position like that, so you do have that as an option. It does sit nicely because it is of course removable, and you have the face of Koska Reeves underneath. So the character is played by WWE wrestler Sasha Banks, so it does capture that the aspect of her pretty well. I do really like the head sculpt as well. They actually packaged this one without the helmet on. That the helmet was on, sorry to say, in the packaging for this one, if I recall, because the Bo-Katan one was packaged without the helmet on, so it was a bit of a difference to see the actual face. Like, until you weren't actually seeing the face until you actually picked up the figure. So I was glad to pick this up and get it out of the box and then just take a full look at it without the helmet on. But she will be on the shelf with the helmet on. The jetpack is of course there, also removable as well, but it does sit nicely on Koska Reeves' back. There it is there, nicely put on there. So that does sit well too, and you get a full look at the back there without it on. Just all the little pouches on the belt, and just the hair. They've really sculpted that hair really well. Like, you can just see it go across like that. It is honestly one of the best figures. I think it's quite an underrated figure in this line, is Koska Reeves, just because of all that. I'll just place the helmet back down, which does fit snugly on. It doesn't sort of get ready to fall off in regards to this. And again, there's just so much you can do with the figure, like especially with the Boba Fett figure being out, because of course Koska Reeves and Boba Fett have a bit of a face-off in the bar with Bo-Katan and Mando sort of just watching. So you can do that pretty well. Just from what, as I was saying there, with the Boba Fett figure back in the review. You can actually put on things like the grappling hook and the flamethrower, so you could recreate their little scuffle. And I've done some of that already, and it works pretty well, especially when you've got somewhere, because of course she uses her jetpack to sort of jump over Boba. So if you're putting it against somewhere with a wall, you could put it against that and then have a good shot of that be taken. But that's what to get through. Articulation, you do have the ball jointed head, the sort of butterfly joints at the arms, but they're quite restricted by the Mando armor vest there. But you get the ball hinged shoulders as well, ball hinged elbows, ball hinged wrists, a ball jointed torso, which is again quite restricted, ball hinged hips, swivel thighs, ball hinged knees, and ball joint rockers at the ankles. So again, the heavy articulation from Black Series figures that we're used to. But this is honestly one of the good ones that we have there. It does feel basic at the same time, but it's nice to see this one get a figure release. I know there's the third one who's with them in that episode. The male character, I forget his name. He'll be getting a figure soon as well, I seem to recall. So that's something to look forward to as well. They get a full look of the armour there. I mean, that's all weathered on the side there, and even on the knees and shins. It's all been done. You know, Koska Reeves has been in the action as well with Bo-Katan and other members of Clan Kryze. So it's a very good addition to have if you're trying to build a Mandalorian collection in the Black Series. You've got things like Death Watch Mando or things like that. These are definitely worth adding as well, just to make it be even more for what it is. And just every single sheer bit of detail that this figure has works for the best. So this is Koska Reeves from Mandalorian. I'm glad to finally be giving you a look at this figure as well on the channel. There's a few things that are down from it, but nothing much massively to openly criticise, because I just think it's not too much, because it does still pose well on the shelf as it does without, so there's nothing too much to criticise badly for it with it. Everything sort of goes well. It goes well with Bo-Katan. I think that's what matters. Like, if you have Bo-Katan and you have the Mando, you've got yourself a good little collection going on. So that is basically what I can say in regards to Koska Reeves. So I hope you enjoyed looking at her. Do drop a like on the video if you did enjoy looking at it. There's not really much else I have to say, as I've said, so drop a like on it, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and Facebook, Twitter and Instagram links are down there in the description below, so you can definitely check those out if you want to, and I'll see you all in the next video.